We've obviously known the lineup between ourselves for a little while, but I suppose it was only really walking into signing on at the circuit here this morning on the test day where you suddenly see everybody staring and you realise, okay, they're not staring at me, but they're staring at the team that we've put together. And we've actually, there's a good crowd turnout here, and you see people pulling out their old photographs from a decade or so ago. Mark and I are from the same era. He had a meteoric step through the ranks where I sort of trudged my way through a little bit. And obviously Stefan, I remember watching him as a kid in Formula One. I remember watching Eddie in Formula One with the Renault turbos, etc. It's amazing driver lineup. To see we're all in the same team together. And Zach's walking around with a big smile on his face too. I've done a little bit here before, and I think we won a GT1 race here. We may have been wiped out the history books because we overtook under a yellow flag at some point, but for me it was a win. So who doesn't like coming to Spa, even as a spectator? Team, you can see a smile on the face of all the team here, but to drive around here as well. It's fairly amazing. You have to just keep reminding myself when I pulled up at the track this morning. We've had a tough few weeks and a tough start to the season, but there's nowhere there's nobody I'd swap places with right now. I've never really into 24-hour races, and I had the opportunity to do one at, I think, the Will Hire at Snetterton with Jeff Allen, and I remember, I had a short, sharp shock treatment at that one where I was trying to be the fastest person out on the track and soon realised that the team were not impressed whatsoever. I did the Nürburgring 24 hours with the same team the same year, and it doesn't really matter what the venue is, Mondella Park, Snetterton to Le Mans. There is something about 24-hour races, but of course when you come to a place like Spa as well, and it's got some history with the 24-hour race, and it's prestigious, and I've got to adapt my role here as racing driver because 24 hours is quite demanding to stay focused. You can easily make a mistake. Any member of the team can make a mistake, so I've got to try and not wear too many hats. So this test day here in preparations, good exercise in me, making sure we've got the roles filled and I can delegate properly and concentrate on my job on the circuit. The obvious thing, the most visible thing, is the pit stops and everybody working together, and then obviously the driver. But it's much more than that, because in planning and preparation for the cars alone, this is a different approach completely, and you have to slot in the schedule for complete rebuilds before the race. You have to slot in certain component changes just before the race. And then obviously we're back into a full rebuild after the race. So that alone, in ensuring that we have the components, the parts fitted, taken off, measured, to hand, even right down to a logging store system is vital. If you don't have that right, you need to replace a component quickly, and you haven't had it previously fitted on the car. You got to find it. It's a basic, but it's absolutely essential. Everybody plays their bit. Obviously, everybody says you want to get to the finish, and we wouldn't be here if we didn't think we were going to get to the finish. So that aside, we're very disappointed if we don't have a car on a GT3 podium. Very disappointed.